$2,400 in 16 hours. That is incredible. That is the power of this market. And today I want to talk to you about how I entered the trade, how I exited the trade, how I monitor my trade, and a couple of things that I plan on doing better in order to increase the amount of money that I get from each trade in the future. So here is the gold market. This is where I took this position. And basically, this analysis was 100% based on this video. I thought I had it up. So, this video right here that I posted a few days prior to me actually taking this trade. Some of you are sleeping on this video. There's so many good things in there, and my analysis was all in there, things I was looking for, and I just executed when I saw it appear inside of the market. So here's the screenshot. So on this account and the other account, I was actually in drawdown. So this position, this was one of the lots. This position put me back in the green. Of course, we are still early inside of the month of September, and anything can happen. So I am waiting. See, the total P&L is right here, about 12:55. Held this position for about 16 hours. And then you can see that is a 2% return. Let's go over to the 200K. You can see that I'm still in a little bit of drawdown, about $4,500, but adding $1,217 to that total is pushing me in the right direction. That's all I care about. So you can see a 1% return on this account, held this for about the same amount of time. And so far, I've only taken one gold trade this month, and it was on this account and the 100K account. So I definitely plan on taking more trades. And these days, I'm not just hopping into the market every single day or every other day like I used to. Basically, just taking my time. This is actually the first trade that I've taken in 2 weeks on gold, and it definitely worked out really well. So that is that right there. And you can see that my entry was in here. And I know that a lot of you, when it comes to trading, you want to have multiple confluences. But what I found is that multiple confluences are great. However, sometimes you will miss really big moves or just moves in general if you're looking for a specific candle pattern. So a lot of times when I'm entering the market, I'm looking at a candle pattern sometimes, but sometimes I'm just looking at mostly price. And I know it can be a little bit scary. I know it is for me at times, but I trust my analysis. You guys see it every single week, and that's literally what I stick to. And some of you have actually entered based on price alone and have been successful. So let's keep that going. So basically, let's zoom in a little bit. Let me move this up. All right, cool. So basically at this level, I marked this off inside of my analysis video, and you can go ahead and check that out. But basically, when price came into this zone around 24.78, I think my actual entry was around 24.77. So I had two different positions. So I have two funded accounts. I am currently funded at 300K, one's a 100K account, and the other is a 200K account. So I took one trade on both of those accounts. I pointed out this area as far as being an area of significance. And when price came up here and it rejected one, two, actually, let me just use my arrow to point this out. It rejected multiple times. So it rejected one, two, three, four times from this level of what is this 26.50, rejected four times, four major times from this level, and then it continued to push down. I had a sense that price would come back to this zone just like it did here and then push up again. So that's exactly what happened. So when price got into the zone, I didn't use a candlestick pattern. I didn't use anything. I just entered this trade based on price alone. And then that ended up pushing up all day. What I did not anticipate is for price to come back down. So I did actually get stopped out around 24.91 in this situation. But a couple of things that I will do differently in the future will be to number one, use a smaller stop loss. In this situation, I used, this says 82, but I think in reality, it was more of like a 100 pip stop loss. And the reasoning for that was because I knew that this trade was probably going to play out when I was sleeping. And I didn't want to have to get up in the middle of the night to catch a trade. So I just wanted to let it hit my limit price and then fill and then take off to the moon. So the one thing that it did not do was that. But you can see that it did take up about 50% or so of the stop loss. So that's actually not bad. In the next trades that I take, I'll probably use about a 50 pip stop loss when I do trades like this, because I think that's more than enough. One thing that did concern me was this level right here. I wanted to make sure that it was at least below, because this is a really big wick. In reality, it would have been fine, but hindsight is always 2020. Anyway, so price did push up from this level and it played out perfectly like I thought it would. However, I did think that it was going to go further. I didn't expect for it to come all the way back down here. And now basically just taking that as a mental note for something for me to do differently in the future. Another thing I could have done was when price got back to, when I saw that I got stopped out of this position around here, that if price came back to here, I could have taken another entry, and then that would have been great. But I just didn't do that. At that point, I was just like, unemployment, there's NFP tomorrow, there's so many other things, and I just really did not want to take the chance in terms of entering the market when I was already up for the week. And this is the beginning of the month. There's going to be major moves, other moves happening this month. So I want to just, keep that win and then just look for the next one. So if you found this information helpful, then go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. If you learned anything from this video, let me know in the comment section below. So that way I can continue to make more content like this, especially if it's going to be something that is beneficial for you. So I'll see you next time.